Hello, I'm Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. I'd like to talk today about one of the most common operations still in the world, which is coronary artery bypass grafting. Now, when any of us block our arteries, we'd prefer, of course, to have a stent in our arteries, which is one of those little hollow metal tubes that's put across a blockage. But some people still need to have coronary artery bypass grafting. And in fact, these days with coronary artery bypass grafting, the way it's done, when you have the operation, it's typically just one per customer and it will see you out. It will last for many years if you also look after yourself. Now, this wonderful study that was done in the Austin Hospital in Melbourne looked at what is the best type of coronary artery bypass grafting. Now, I don't want to get too technical here, but if you're headed to this operation, this is a conversation you need to have with your surgeon. So basically, in almost all cases of coronary artery bypass grafting, what we do these days is use a left internal mammary artery graft. So under the collarbone on the left side, there is this artery that comes down to supply the left breast, called the left internal mammary artery. Now, the left breast in males is particularly useless, and in postmenopausal females is probably particularly useless as well. But what we do is we redirect that artery to the left breast onto the main artery in the heart called the left anterior descending artery, otherwise known as the widowmaker. And it's been shown that that artery is almost immune to fat buildup and it will see you out, basically. But you could block other arteries. So they wanted to know in this particular study, could you take arteries from the legs, the vein grafts, or take them from the wrist, what we call the radial artery, or even use the right internal mammary artery. And so they took about 400 people over the age of 60 but below 70, or if they were diabetics below the age of 60, and they compared the right mammary artery with the radial graft, and they found beyond a doubt the radial graft was the best way to do it with the left internal mammary graft. But then they took older people and older diabetics and compared the vein graft versus the radial artery graft, and again the radial artery graft worked beautifully. So simple bottom line here, if you're going to have coronary artery bypass grafting, you always have the left internal mammary artery graft onto the main artery, the widowmaker, the left anterior descending, but you also want to have the radial artery graft as opposed to them using the veins in the legs or any other arteries. And that's been shown to significantly improve the patency or how open those arteries stay, and also the long-term outlook in terms of further heart attacks and death, whatever. So this was a great study, and it's really put to bed any argument about what's the best sort of conduit or grafts to use when you have the operation. That's the checkup. I'll talk to you next week.